Man, it always sucks when people leave without paying. It's always such a problem. What would be better than them just having some financial hardships and just leaving?
No, what would be better?
They got spirited away by a demon, probably captured, tortured, or something. That would make me feel a lot better.
Like soul tormented for all eternity?
Yeah, slowly absorbed and digested by something, or something, things like that.
Yeah, that makes me feel so much better now than just saying, like, missing a few bucks from somebody.
Yeah, I like it. Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 16 of Digimon Ghost Game, The Man-Eater's Forest. As usual, this will be a complete review of the episodes, so will be filled with many spoilers about the episode. If you are worried about spoilers, this is your warning up front. So, let us dive into episode 16, where we're actually getting a little serious again.
Yeah, well, we start off with the same intro that we've seen for the last at least dozen episodes at this point.
Yeah, the intro's the same, and the opening monologue from the narrator, same images, same...
Yeah, that's really what I'm talking about.
It's all...
These cases. Which does not bode well the meaning that we're picking up on the demon storyline from last episode.
Yes, give me more Phallusmon. That was pretty good. But we start with a human, again, walking through the forest,
Start pretty standard formula.
Yeah, it really... There's like one or two episodes we haven't had this. It's been pretty much all of them. He's walking through the forest, and these strange cherries start to appear in the trees, the kind of like eyeball things, and
yeah, their eyes because they follow him when he leaves.
Mm-hmm. And then covered in fog and chased by these weird tree-looking monsters.
Yes, after he runs from the eyes, he runs a little farther in the forest, and then there's treants, basically.
Yeah. And as he gets freaked out by all that, he finally gets grabbed up by vines, pulled back against a tree, and pulled right into it.
Sucked right through it, yeah.
Oh! Okay, the stakes are up again.
Yeah, it seems pretty serious start, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then we move on.
Yeah, and then it's usual. We cut to our
main characters, which is Hero this time.
And we don't put our intro there, this intro song, which I think is what we would do.
Yeah, you would think
that they don't do that.
That's what we do for these videos. They should learn from us.
Yeah, that's right. We're obviously much better than them.
Yeah.
They should pay us to write these episodes.
They have a much bigger following. Because we have a much bigger following.
Yeah, and I know Japanese, so I can definitely write these.
Yes. And it looks like Hero's out in the middle of the woods at some lodge.
Yep.
In some log cabin or some such, and it seems like he's just out going camping.
Yep, and the people there checking them in seem to recognize him.
Yeah, they said you came here with Dad last year, so they know of him and his father. And
it gives us some kind of time frame of when his father actually disappeared in. When the year it happened.
Yes. And so they start talking about, Hero needs some few basic supplies that, he would...
At this point, because... sorry to interrupt, but...
Yeah.
Because they're saying with his dad here, I'm thinking, oh, so when his dad was here, he did some kind of experiment, or he found some odd plays, or there's something that... maybe Hero's here looking for clues. Because, his crazy dad buried something here last year, and he's trying to see what it was now.
Yep.
Spoiler alert, no, it's nothing like that.
No, nothing like that comes up. But yeah.
Back to mention his dad was just a throwaway line.
Yep. But talking to them, they're like, "Oh, Hero's a good kid. He wouldn't do that." What's that? Oh, apparently people have not paid. They've left without paying. And instead of just assuming, apparently, that it's just people not having the money or being jerks. No, it's literally they talk about being spirited away. And
yes, like Katsumi-san, and there's this shrine to her and her. I think it's her.
I do not.
Don't remember. Not important enough.
Yeah,
because nothing shows up. The shrine never shows up.
No.
And he mentioned the spirit never shows up again. Well, okay, you do mention the name a few times, but
yeah. And so
they're saying, yeah, it's spirit away. We did. And Hero says, really? And they go, no, we just say that to make ourselves feel better.
Yeah.
We feel better about people being abducted by spirits and possibly just skipping a tab.
Yep. Okay. Wow.
Even though I'm guessing, given what happens, they're probably like left their tents and stuff behind too.
Yeah. There's probably evidence left behind that they didn't leave of their own volition.
Yeah.
No. And so after that, Hiro just goes out and starts showing Gamamon how to camp.
Yep. He helps them build, shows them how to set up the tent. And Gamamon just thinks that's the greatest thing, watching it big and getting inside it.
There's a new room, and yeah.
And this is some nice bonding between Hiro and Gamamon.
Yeah.
This is stuff I really like to see. I don't think we see enough of this most times, so.
In a lot of Digimon series, there can be more moments like this.
And this is like the second time they both of them have had this. And
yes.
I like this. Good.
Yeah, the picnic scene is the other one that really comes to mind in this one.
I mean, so that's twice in 16 episodes. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So,
and then they go out fishing, showing him how, and it really kind of seems like Hiro is being the older brother he's supposed to be.
Yes.
Almost, like probably his father was showing him how to do some of this stuff last time they were here, or times before if they went before.
Yeah.
And then he's kind of passing it down and everything, and they're sitting there fishing. Gamamon seems very happy.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised how patient he seems to be
I'm
with
surprised
fishing.
he was able to stick with it that long, yeah.
Yeah, I thought he'd be like, ha! Ha! No, you gotta wait, Gamamon.
Why isn't there a fish yet?
Yeah.
Where's the shiny? Shiny. He calls the fish shiny.
Yes.
Why? I don't know.
And as they're sitting there and Hiro's staring at him, he starts thinking about Kulu's Gamamon again. Why 3 episodes later now?
And
he barely seemed worried about him at all in the last 2 episodes.
Yeah, barely.
He just digivolved without thinking about it.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about twice about asking him to do it. So this episode feels more like it should be 14 as opposed to 16.
Yeah, feels like it's almost aired out of order.
But then you mentioned things that happened in episode 15, so a little later, but...
And Simba and Angoramon.
Yeah, that's episode 15.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
So it isn't, but
yeah.
It kind of feels like they're just a lower key episode where Hiro spends time with Gamamon and talks about his feelings, helping to deal with the Pokemon, and what he remembers about Google'smon and his other forms, and the dangers of anger and hatred and all.
Would have made a lot more sense there, I think.
Yeah,
yes.
so this actually makes a lot of sense. Just there's 2 episodes in between where this would have made more sense.
Yep. And so we flash back to when...
Well, he decided to take a picture to commemorate it, and as he takes the picture, he realizes, I don't have service out here.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it does come up, so it is this.
Yep.
It's a relative foreshadowing device.
Yep. So then we cut over back to Ruli, who's talking with Kyoshiro. And Hiro won't answer her texts. I wonder why.
I wonder if there's a reason.
Yeah. And apparently, neither of them know where he is.
Yes.
They don't know.
They just dealt with a demon that was threatening to come back and consume their world. But Hiro decides to go off camping without telling the other 4 where he's going.
Yep. Okay.
And yet they have to get together as a team by the end of the episode, so I'm not sure how I feel about this group and their teamwork.
Yeah, they always do, yet they don't try to work together, but then they end up doing it, but
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Their teamwork's a very interesting development at this point.
And since he won't respond to texts because he's, not getting them,
Yeah.
Ruli asks if Kyosho will go, see if he's in his room. And Kyosho's like, I am the dorm leader. It is not as a responsible member, I would never go
violate someone's privacy like that.
And Jellymon just, poof, he's not here.
And then pops right out the door.
Pops out.
Yeah, Hero's not here.
Yeah. What?
And this is just great. It's a great how those 2 interact with each other. Right?
The opposites, yes.
I enjoyed that little scene there.
Yep. And moments later, you see them both in his room. Then
at this point,
no point
in it anyway.
Yep. And she's just logging right into his computer, checking his internet history, and Kyosho brings up, how did you know his password? And apparently she just asked Gamamon. Now that's cute that I could see Gamamon telling her, if he knew passwords.
If he knew what a password was, and why would Hero tell Gamamon of all people his password?
Yeah.
Does Gamamon have any concept how to use the keyboard without trying to eat it?
Yeah. So it was cute, but I'm not sure it really quite works.
Overanalyzing it, I'm not sure it works, but you tried something. And that's really all I asked.
It was a good explanation. It was an explanation. Not necessarily a good one, but it was an explanation.
At least they thought about it.
Yep. And so they find out that he did go camping.
Yep, and Kyoshiro's all scared because, hear the rumors about someone being spirited away. And really was all excited about hearing about someone being spirited away. And she decides we should go camping.
Yep.
So this little scene here, these three characters are so right.
Yeah.
And the character it is they should be, so.
And Angoramon was there.
That was his present, yeah.
As most often he kind of is, unfortunately. Yeah. So, then we,
There's some lumberjacks that got attacked at some point. I think that was actually before all this.
Yeah, so we cut back to the forest then.
Okay. Yeah, because Hero and Gamamon are in the forest because Gamamon says he heard something.
Mm-hmm. And as we see, what he likely heard was the pair of lumberjacks that were out, and we see them also getting attacked. And I could see something in the forest probably wanting to attack lumberjacks. Most forest-dwelling things, no matter what they are, really don't like.
This is a fairly standard beat of lumberjacks getting the worst of the forest spirits.
Yeah. We see the spirits, we see the vines, and we hear them screaming, which is apparently what Gamamon hears. And they start to come over and investigate, and there's not much to find of.
No, they just find the chainsaw stuck up in a tree.
And they found a helmet, I think, lying around. And that's it.
Possibly.
Yeah. So there's just these tiny little things to find. And I'm like, oh, well, the lumberjacks are gone. Hero hasn't done anything. Oh, no. Here comes the fog again. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I guess it's not just these people did something wrong.
Yeah,
it's actually...
Yeah, because early on when he had the tree branch he made out of to make the fishing rod. Oh, did he take that off a live tree? Or...
Yeah, so yeah, that could be, it could be that petty that you took a single branch, now it's after you. And yeah, once again, the same things start showing up. The trees that look like Woodmon, but are not. Are certainly
not. They're there, and Gamamon says, well, I'm going to smash one of these.
And he charges straight through it. Not leaving a giant hole in it, but it just passes right through it.
Like it's a hologram.
Yeah. But Digimon always interact with the holograms. So
yeah.
Wait a minute, this is something different then.
Yeah, this is not them screwing up their states again. This is...
No, I was worried for a moment it was, but...
Yeah, so was I. Because they never do that.
No, not at all. Because moments later, a vine does come out.
Goes around and grabs Hero
and grabs Hero. So the vine can be interacted with, at least with the human, and then Gamamon comes rushing to his rescue, and even comments after he bites her like, "Whoa, that worked!
Yeah, I bit through that one.
Works." So yes, they are acknowledging that. Yes, things are weird here.
There's something unusual here.
Huh. Yes. And as in an understandable panic, they start to try and run away from the big scary shadow that pops up.
And then you run into some eyeballs again on the leaves.
Run the eyeballs, and...
Well, actually, the big tree tries to reach him. We actually get to see the outline of
the mysterious Digimon.
And as it reaches there, we actually see, like, some lightning hit it. Which we've seen his hand before. We've seen this happen a few times before, but I always figured it was just part of it. But now it looks like it's...
stopping it.
Yeah. And then they run away to the eyeballs.
And it's not so red anymore. It's more of a yellowish green.
Yellow tint, yeah. And it says, basically, come with me if you want to live.
Yeah, not quite those words.
That's not the exact quote, but it's his concept.
And they see a mysterious shelled Digimon instead, and like, oh no! So they turn around at first, go back, and they eventually decide that the one that's not actively trying to attack them seems like initially better choice to go with. So
And we do find, and then we see out that this guy is a Mori Shelmon.
yes, and he comes out and not quite the place I would expect to find Shelmon, but
No, he's just a little more swampy than this.
but you know,
What they're going with here is they're using his Mind Fog ability to go against the, I'll just say now, Cherrymon's
yeah.
illusionary mist ability.
Yeah, he's the one that tells us that Cherrymon or Gierrymon, close enough to Cherrymon.
Pretty close,
I understand
yeah.
why.
Jureimon,
Yeah.
I believe is how it's pronounced. But again, all Japanese terms pronounced wrong or double your money back.
Right, yes. And at first, it seems like Morishomon's got a nice protector, really. He's helping out, and not quite.
Yeah, as it turns out, just Cherrymon is capturing humans to eat them and get stronger.
Yeah.
Morishamon is doing what he can to keep them away from Cherrymon, not because he cares about them. He just doesn't want to get Cherrymon any stronger
So
and force him out of the forest.
Yeah, because Jerrymon is stronger than a Morishomon's. So
Yeah,
he's
go
gotta-
figure.
So he's got to, work at trying to slow him down and weaken him. And he literally says that, there's people who are basically in eternal slumber here.
Yeah.
I've kept them that way so that Jerrymon can't get in here and eat them.
And they're annoying, so I don't want to deal with them either.
Yeah. And humans are annoying. I don't want to.
I'm just going to put them to sleep.
Yeah. So, pretty much you have two options. I can put you to sleep too, or you can help me fight him. And well, I don't think that's much of a choice, really, so they choose the obvious answer
Yeah.
of helping out. Meanwhile, the other two are on their way. That's about it.
Yeah.
They're on a bus coming out to...
And Koshiro's saying, I don't want to stay in Han for too long. I'm just going to stay long enough for Hero, and then I'm leaving. And really goes, no, I got us a lodge. We're staying.
Yep.
And then Angoramon doesn't fit in the bus seat, so he's riding on top
He's
of the
on
bus.
top, yep. Exactly. So we just have that brief moment before... Alright, well...
And then Cherrymon decides she's had enough of this Mori Shelmon nonsense, so he invades his domain.
Yeah, he just shoves through the fog to try and get in there, and it's like, alright kid, time to fight. You got no choice.
Yeah. And so Mori Shelmon dives right in on top of him, fearlessly. I'm pretty impressed.
Oh, yeah.
And Gamamon stays as Gamamon.
Because Hero is afraid of him.
Not really at this point.
No. He doesn't at least talk about it yet, but... Yeah.
So Cherrymon throws around his Mori Shelmon pretty easily, and then throws him back towards the general area. And then we digital the battle Gamamon.
Yeah.
Just like that. No big deal.
Oh, yeah. Right, yeah. Yeah, once again, just...
No problems.
We got this one. What was the point of Wezen? We have not seen him since.
Well, I've only seen Kost twice. He's
Yeah.
been around longer.
Yeah, so it's like...
At this point, I don't know why they bothered to give him other forms.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll all be explained later. But again, Kost and Wenzen are also wind and electricity.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even like they're covering other elements the theme doesn't have.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Again, it's still your two champions fighting an ultimate, but I can see picking Battle because, well, it's fire and it's tree.
Mm-hmm. And he does better.
Does quite well, all things considered.
His battle, yeah. So the fire does help him fight for a little while, but
You can see part of him catch on fire, and Jerry looks really kind of annoyed and angry at it. A little bit scared, and so the more Shelmon's like, yes, burn the Cherrymon, take care of it.
and Hero's like, no, we can't do
and
that.
Hero has flashbacks to Pokemon
and Kalu's there,
Gamamon, yeah.
and just like, would all those negative emotions of hate and anger, could they possibly trigger? Would they possibly trigger him again? We can't possibly have that.
Yes, I won't allow Gamamon to do something as bad as literally destroying and burning him. So he has him stop using Sword Shot and just has him try to punch him with his hands.
And that does not go well.
And that does not go well enough.
No, so he quickly gets slapped around, wrapped up in vines, pulled in, and Mori Shelmon's like, you're too soft, kid.
Yeah, we're in this
Your
mess because you're too soft.
Your friend's a goner now because you you weren't willing to do it.
So at this point I'm going, is this the episode where
Hero finally realizes that sometimes
evil cannot be stopped with words.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't have to worry about this yet as his friends come to
as Jellymon pops out of the ground.
Out of the ground, yeah.
Out of the ground?
Out of the ground. I mean,
she can, but why? Why was she in the ground?
Why was she traveling through the ground? Can't you sense where she's going in the ground?
Yeah.
She has some kind of tremor sense? I mean, jellyfish don't travel through ground.
No. So, yep.
I mean, just a little thing that, again, I'm overthinking. But
yeah, just weird.
It means you've been traveling through the ground. Okay.
And Angoramon shows up. I mean, we've seen him carrying Ruli. I don't think we've seen him carrying two people.
Really,
he's a good flyer.
He's an amazing flyer
for a rookie. Yeah, that is quite impressive. And so finally, the cavalry's here. Everyone goes to champion form to help out. Once again, we got all three champions again for the second time, and they are fairly quickly able to at least break Battle Gamamon out.
At least cut the vines,
Yeah. But Sherman is clearly not ready to back down. He's very angry.
And Sherman again still tells him about how soft he's being and stop it.
Yeah, no, you can't do this.
But instead of really, tightening down, Hero notices there's a crack underneath one of Sherman's arms. Kind of like his armpit or something.
Yeah.
When did this crack out here? I don't
really know. He's got 6 arms, so it's only one. It looks like only one arm anyway, so okay, sure.
And then he calls out the names of Ruli and Kyoshiro and instantly know what he wants.
Yeah.
He never says attack that crack or follow my lead or anything, he just says their names and they instantly know what he wants them to do. So apparently he knows Rory's telepathic bond or something.
That's a D&D reference, everybody. Yes. And he goes charging in, and everybody knows to aim for that crack. And it starts glowing green.
I'm not sure why green.
Because none of them really have green attacks.
Fire red, wind white, electricity yellow.
Blue.
Where's green?
Yeah.
Sherman's Mist is red, so it's not his mist leaking out of here.
No, it's the mind fog got in his arm, I guess.
Yeah, that's close. But anyway, they target this area, and they literally blow off 2 of his arms.
2 of his arms, which is impressive. I guess, again, he gets an ultimate.
But at this point, I'm thinking, okay, this is Hero's counter-argument to Morishima. I've just blown a hole in them. We can go in and get the people that are being slowly digested out. It's like the booze all over again.
Uh-huh.
But no, that's not what happens.
Just Sherman starts to retreat.
Sherman is rather unhappy.
And swears revenge on them.
As
he's retreating. And they just let him go.
Hero's fine with this. Despite knowing that people are in there. Because Morishima told them he's caught and digested lots of people. The stupid humans keep showing up in the forest.
Yeah.
But he disappears and everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Okay, gay hero.
Mm-hmm. And, I mean, we do pan over, and we see a bunch of the people that got attacked.
Yeah, we do see the lumberjacks, so I'm not quite sure when Morishama's manages to get them out of there.
Yeah, or just those are the people that were part of those arms that got blown off. They got out, but others... Because they're always talking about, like, the arms or, like, tree rings.
Yeah.
He's trying to grow tree rings.
But then he calls them arms when he grabs Battle Gamamon, so... I'm not sure if it's just some kind of translation error or just some term in Japanese just not translate well to English or something.
Yeah, something's not quite...
Something's a little out of... Tree rings seem to be about 6 or 7 different things in this episode.
Yeah.
But regardless, then we see people wake up from the mind fog.
Yep.
And none of them are the guy from the beginning. I looked multiple times. None of them are the guy from the beginning. You left him to be eaten.
Left him to be digested, yes.
So Hero's decided that it's okay if other people die as long as he and Gamamon don't have to kill anybody themselves or to lead a Digimon. Which is a major plot point. Interesting. But this episode really doesn't dwell on that fact that he reached this conclusion.
Yeah. It seems like that's not what they were going for, but they kind of needed to show more people and things to...
But that is what happened here.
Yeah.
Which is fine. There's been plenty of heroes that have that kind of code.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a big deal that he reached his conclusion, but they seem to gloss over that.
Right. And
Sherman's still out there. He might not be able to handle this forest, but he can go invisible. Digimon do that in this world and can find another forest to eat humans in.
Yeah. And Mori Shellman's still there too, and saying like, I can't guarantee everybody's safety.
Yeah. I'm not leaving this forest to go look for him or anything. Are you nuts?
Yeah, it's not my job. And I never want to see a softie like you again.
Yeah.
Just like, wow, okay, yeah, really just telling him, giving it to him straight up. That
As he sees it, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is good, because Hiro kind of needs to hear this. He's still ignoring it, but at least someone's telling him that.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
It was an interesting episode.
Yeah, on its own, it's a fine episode, but it seems almost out of order, and you keep giving me things in previous episodes and then ignoring them.
Well, yeah, I mean, you just established that the world is in danger from a demon Digimon invasion. Nobody cares, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm sure he doesn't really mean it.
Yeah. Okay, sure. But on its own, like I said, I mostly enjoyed the episode.
I mean, you're reaching the point where I'm willing to let other people die just so I don't have to break my own moral code or what I feel is right. It's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if that ever breaks, or how hard he sticks to this, or him having to break elites like an ultimate or something.
Yeah,
which I would think would be really awesome.
Yes.
But we shall see.
Who knows? They still haven't even mentioned the word ultimate or perfect in this
I don't
season,
think so.
I don't know.
Outside of showing up on the analyzer,
Yeah, it's the other place it's been. And we get the preview for episode 17, Icy Hell, where it's really cold.
It looks like they're all stuck in the meat freezer.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not a meat freezer, but some kind of freezer. Mm-hmm. And I'm just thinking, the device field blow cooling units up. Or holes in the wall.
Or use the dim card to go to the desert.
Yeah.
We've seen the desert climb.
Now again, not knowing the actual situation, there might be explanation why they can't do that.
Yeah.
But I kind of doubt it.
And you get a very brief glimpse of probably what the Digimon is. I could
tell it is, and it was red, which kind of surprised me. Usually,
yeah,
Icy Digimon aren't red.
Yeah, I was thinking, Ice Devimon or something, but that did not look like Ice Devimon. It's not a Peldramon.
But tune in next review when we can tell you who it is.
And we'll tell you all about it, I'm sure.
And how much we liked or didn't like how he was used.
Yes. But thank you all for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed. There's plenty of other reviews of the anime on this channel because we enjoy it. We still do enjoy Digimon, even though sometimes we complain and
Again, check out episode 13, episode 2 if you want to hear us talk about how much we like these. We love it when things are we think are well done.
Yes. Those were very good. And as always, everyone, remember to be awesome. And until the next video, take care. Bye-bye.